The Marquise Conscript strategy. Here we go. Dudes, let's take a look. Alright, first thing first, what I like about this strategy is that it is not heavily card dependent. And you can kind of give it a shot almost any time you want to play. But, as playing with the cats, it's going to be a pretty quick start as far as points go. You're probably going to be looking for a dominance victory. I would guess maybe 2/3 of the time. And you'll quickly get to 20 points, and then it's going to be a little bit of a struggle to move from there on out. But what we'll do is we want our keep in this corner here, and I explained in another video exactly why that is so important, but I think you'll see as we run through the motions here. I like to place the first sawmill here. I like to put my workshop on a single mouse. The reason you want it on a single mouse is that is the most victory points you can get from a single suit. So got to take advantage of that, which is great. And last but not least, we place our first recruitment, which we're going to put right here because we're going to need our pusher recruitments to the outside so we can really start getting control of different areas on the board. We are going to be trying to get five territories in it. Alright, just make sure you look at your cards so you can guarantee an overwork. You have a lot of options though for that. You just need a sawmill in one of those territories in every suit. So there's no way that you wouldn't be able to do it, but just take a look at it. First action, you get your wood. Wood comes in. You're going to spend that wood, and you're going to place your sawmill there. Second action of your first turn, you're going to place a wood token here as an overwork. Maybe you'll place it at the fox cleaner. It doesn't really matter because you're going to spend it right away. And what you want to do is you want to take a recruit station and get a recruit in. I like to place my recruit here, but you might consider putting it here. If you want to get a little bold, you can put it out here, but I don't think that that's a great start of the first turn. Keep it closer to home. Really start protecting your supply network, which is basically going to be your sawmills, things like that. One thing I should mention that if you get a bad turn order draw and the Woodland Alliance goes before you, that could be really devastating to the strategy. It's important that you go before the Woodland Alliance because you need to have those actions ahead of time in order to attack their tokens, which is going to get you some victory points, and you're going to want to do that, but you really can't do that to second or third round. Alright, second round, we have a lot of flexibility gained from our sawmills. We got 2 wood, which is what we're going to definitely be using this round. From this round forward, if you have any crafting cards, feel free to use them. Mouse cards are going to come up. They're fairly likely as far as single craft cards go. Make sure that you use them for your VPs. Move that along the track if you can. And then after, your first action is going to be build. So you're going to spend your 2 wood here, and you're going to get another recruiter out. I like to put it right here, but if you want to put it on that territory, it's fine, but you're going to probably be fighting over that territory later. What's good about this now is it opens up that extra card, so you're going to start getting an extra card draw from here going forward. You have 2 actions left after this. If there's any board presence, let's say maybe there's a Woodland Alliance token there, or maybe one there, or just one, I would definitely make an attack on it, especially if you can set it up so that you don't lose a card. That would be really big, and you'll take a VP out of that, which is good. You're going to need those VPs. The strategy definitely works more effectively if the Woodland Alliance or the Rona Birds are in, because you can get rid of their tokens, and you really want to do that. So second action could be an attack there. If you do not want to attack, or you don't have the ability to, a march is really good. You can move 2 guys into there. And then for your third action is going to really depend on your cards. If you have the ability to overwork, you're going to want to overwork. Place this here. What you're doing is you're setting your recruiter up for the next round because it costs 3 wood, and you're only going to be getting 2 wood with your current market. If you don't have the cards, you can use another action to move and either reinforce fox territory here or maybe one there. A good move would be from here down and from here down. So I think that's good. Or you can move a guy over here. Or again, if you have the option to kill some tokens, definitely kill some tokens. It's a great way to score points when you have the cat. Start of the third round, we're going to say that we overworked last round just to keep this easy. Gain 2 of those there, and then you're going to spend your 3 with your first action is going to be to build your next recruit center. At this point you want to put it out here for sure, especially if you were able to get that move in to reinforce that, which is great. Your second action is then going to be to recruit. So you'll get 1 cat here, 2 here, and a third one here. You also gain those 3 victory points. So you're at 9 by round 3, which is fantastic. And what I really like about this now is just look at your network of these 5 territories. You're so connected. It's very easy for you to move troops throughout. You have a lot of options, which is really, really great. You want to kind of keep that up. That's really going to be the control of those territories is the important part, and that's going to be the success to the strategy. It's not an aggressive strategy, it's a control strategy. Last action in round 3, up to you. If there's more Woodland Alliance tokens, take them off the board. There almost always is. It's a great strategy. You'll take a VP out of that. Put you somewhere around 10 points after 3 turns. Alright, 4th round. This is where options get interesting. You only place 2 wood, but you need 3 to get your last recruitment out, so it's going to require an overwork. I like to save my bird cards for this round if possible. And the reason I won't use them earlier to get an overwork in is, you know, somebody else taking over the territory or the clearing in which you have wood. If you can do it all in the same turn, that's great. If you don't have it, you'll probably have a bird card by now because you cycled through a bunch of them, and you really want to try and save one for this round because you're looking for 4 actions here if you can get it. Alright, so your first action going to be an overwork of some sort. Try and get that wood in. Your second action then is going to be to place the recruitment. So we're going to put it in. At this point, one of the ruins will be opened up, so you can make a decision on which one you want to put it on. These 2 are generally the 2 better territories to do it. You're going to get 3 victory points for that. And then your third action is going to be recruit. And this is really where you're going to see your board presence becoming incredibly strong because of all these recruits you have and everything that's going on there. Your 4th action is going to really be dependent on what's going on the board. Again, you do have to have the bird card, but hopefully by now you've gotten one and you've been able to save one. Very low probability of that not being possible. But you'll probably want to attack like a token, like a Woodland Alliance, or maybe like Rona Birds or something that's out there. If there's an easy roost, you might want to consider looking to prepare for that. Or you might want to do a march and bring the remaining of your troops in, kind of defend different areas and what's going on the board. You're just going to have to really take a look at it and see what's going on. If you have multiple bird cards, you might want to use them. That's going to be a decision you're going to have to make, but this is the minimum you need to do on this turn. Alright, start of the 5th round. You just drew an extra card last round, so hopefully you were able to get something like a root T. You're going to be getting your 2 wood, and you're going to be in a scenario here where you need 4 wood to get your next building on the board. You do not have to do this in the 5th round. Really take a look at the board and what's going on, and see if you feel like you want to overwork twice. What I recommend is just doing a single overwork this round, and we'll do that first, and we'll put it in a spot where we can hopefully protect, and then from there trying to attack tokens, trying to maybe move some guys around. There might be some roofs that you could take care of with the birds. It's starting to look to be a little bit more opportunistic and less on control at this point. If you've lost guys, which I'm sure there'll be battles at some point, you have a very easy quick recruit. You get 3 here, a 4th one here, and a 5th one here. So you can bring 5 guys back on the board, and if you brought anybody back using Field Hospital, it is incredibly short distance to get to any, like one of your 5 areas here that you might have to worry about, which is great. You have a lot of flexibility, you have a lot of control here. So definitely need to get at least 1 overwork in. If you have the bird cards for it, you can do 2 overworks, and then you can get your last recruit center out, which is going to give you 4 VPs. Puts you somewhere around 19-20 points after round 5. That's pretty aggressive and quick. You should be definitely fighting for the lead assuming that anybody's really handled conflict with other people there, and you're going to have almost all of your troops on the board. The reason this is important is at this point you really want to start looking for dominance cards, because you could control it. What I like about this area down here is you definitely have some options for fox dominance with these here, all within a really close distance, and then you got some options for mice dominance too, which are probably your two best options here. Could possibly get over there too. You will not get money. A thing you can look at too is if you're playing the board, you can start to get more aggressive at this point and really start pushing VPs by killing buildings and things like that. You have a lot of troops on the board, and you have a great network set up that even if you do lose troops, Field Hospital will bring it back here, and you're going to be getting 2 additional cards around, which is really going to help you kind of make sure you have the resources to support that Field Hospital. So that is the Marquise conscription strat. So I wish you guys luck. Give it a shot. Peace.